I am very excited for the opportunity to go to Olympic National Park and enjoy backpacking in such a beautiful place. I'm going to show you this gear list a little bit differently than I have in the past. I've got everything laid out of what I'm going to be taking with me. Let's start with my sleep system and my sleeping bag, which is going to be the Nemo Equipment Caillou 15 degree down sleeping bag with the Sea to Summit pillow. I love this pillow. Just a great sleeping experience with this system so far. The backpack that I'm taking with me is the Gregory Optic 48. I'm opting for this because it's going to carry that little bit extra weight that I need, and I need to give myself a little bit more capacity than I would with my Monarch gear, like 40 liter or my 38 liter. Because I'm going to be in such a wet climate, I am going to be using for sure a pack liner on this trip to put all of my stuff in, because it's the Pacific Northwest, and from what I understand about that area, it is a very wet type of climate. So I am taking extra precaution to make sure that all of my down and clothing and such is protected and stays dry. The food bag that I'm going to be carrying, as well as the food, is going to be meals from Peak Refuel. And I've just got this zippered bag that has a big opening. It's about a 4-liter bag that I'll have various meals in. I might have to go to a bigger meal bag, we'll see. I will carry a bear rope. This is the Light AF bear line with the PCT stick, and I've got a carabiner in there from Atolius, which is a full strength carabiner. My water system is the Knock Outdoors Vecto bags for a clean water bag as well as a dirty water bag. These are 2-liter bags, and basically I want to do this so that I have more or less a gravity system. I'm going to use the Sawyer Mini as my water filter with a backup, like I always do, of the Aqua Mira drops. I'm going to use this blue collar for the Sawyer filter that allows me to more or less turn this into a gravity system. All of it will be carried in this little zippered bag. As per usual, the water bottles that I will carry are going to be the Smart Water water bottles. A new chair that I got for myself. This is something I've actually wanted for a long time, but this is the A-Light Monarch chair. I'm excited to be taking this because I really don't want to be sitting in the wet ground, and it is a really lightweight option. So I'm excited to carry that. My lighting options are going to be, as per usual, the Black Diamond Iota headlamp and the Remoji lantern from Black Diamond. My med kit is a hybrid additional added items med kit from Knowles. This is also Adventure Medical Kits. You'll notice that I have a secondary dry bag, and what I'm considering doing with this dry bag, because it's so lightweight, this is also from Light AF, is I want to more or less put all of my clothing in here, and this is me being extra precautious. I really want to make sure that if I find myself in really, really heavy rain while out on the trail, that I always will have a warm and dry set of clothing to change into. And so I may be putting all of my clothing and my sleeping bag inside of here, then again inside the pack liner. Just don't want things to fail. For my shelter system, the tent that I'll be using is the Nemo Hornet One Person. These are the poles for it and the ground sheet that will help make sure, using the ground sheet, that the floor doesn't wet through. And then I've got a little ground sheet that I will be using. This is called the Backcountry Porch from the previous company that I was a co-founder of. It's just a small rectangular ground sheet that I'll use for basically to put stuff down on so it doesn't get wet. My sleeping pad is the Nemo Tensor Alpine. Again, it's March and things could be fairly cold in the Pacific Northwest, so I wanted to have a good, like, 4-season, really warm insulated pad. So that's what we're doing with the Tensor Alpine. A couple other random things that we've got here is some hand warmers. On really cold nights, I'll throw one of these into my sleeping bag each night as needed. I'm gonna be out for 2 nights. I've got my poop trowel And then I've got some wet ones that are for doing my business. Then I've got my cook system here. So what this is actually one piece right here, but this is the Soto Outdoors Thermostack. You've got a stainless cup, which is a 350 milliliter cup, and then you've got this cup mug that is a 400 milliliter titanium mug. You've got a little pot gripper, and then my Optimus titanium spoon, mini bic. My knife that I'll be carrying is the Benchmade Bug Out. Then a new stove that I'm going to be testing and checking out while on this trip is the Pocket Rocket Deluxe from MSR. This is a brand new offering. Pretty excited to see how this thing does and if I like it more or less than my Soto Windmaster. Got a little microfiber towel that I will use part of my cook system. Then a 100 gram butane canister. I am aware that I can't fly with this. This is just to represent, but I'll be using a 100 gram canister on the trail. I will have a down coat that I will not necessarily rely on. Again, I've been warned and told that down cannot be the only option for staying warm. So I've got my Arc'teryx serum jacket for it being a down jacket, but then I've got a fleece jacket as well that is going to be really important for if the down gets wet for some reason. So I've got a fleece jacket. This is just a cheap, like Western Technologies fleece jacket. Nothing fancy here. Then my rain jacket is the Ortovox Civetta. I just recently put this through a treatment to re-waterproof it, specifically for this trip. I used the Nick Wax TX Direct wash-in. Then I've got an Eider base layer. I may add an additional base layer that is a little bit thicker that acts like a fleece, so I can layer up in several different ways without having to rely on the down coat. My thermal bottoms are the Smart Wool thermal bottoms, really great. I don't even know the name of them. Then I've got a buff, an extra pair of socks, got my BlackRock gear down beanie. Then I've got my Outdoor Designs Diablo GTT leather palmed gloves and the zippered bags that I will carry all the clothing in if I don't end up using the light AF bag to put my clothing in. Now this dry bag right here is for a little bit unique situation. If I get myself caught in a really gnarly rain, because I'm going to be carrying my camera on my pack strap on the outside, I needed to have some place to put my camera that can stay dry. So I'm going to carry an extra microfiber towel to be able to keep things dry with my camera. And basically I would wrap my camera around this and then stick it inside of this dry bag and put it in my pack. So there you go, guys. That is my gear list, everything I'm taking with me to Olympic National Park. I cannot wait for this trip. If you are from the Pacific Northwest and have any suggestions for me, anything you would do differently, please leave a comment down below. And if you have other suggestions or questions for me, please ask them. Thank you for watching, guys. If you are not subscribed to my channel, please do hit that subscribe button. As always, have an awesome day. We'll catch you on the next video.